Hi, I want to show you my latest app for Garmin watches. It's called StepCrafter, and it's an RPG where your steps on the watch is converted into items and XP. So when you level up skills, you can unlock more recipes and items, and you progress through the games and can compete with others. So it's basically two parts. You have the watch app where you collect and produce items, and if you connect an account, then you can also participate in the global leaderboard. But let me show you the app first. So you start off in this view where you have coal as the production material. And when you start to walk here, you will produce more. So let me just show you this. Since we are in the simulator, I can easily simulate things. So let's say I walk 1,000 steps. Apply. Now you can see you increased the coal by 100. So 1 unit requires 10 steps, so 1000 steps is 100 units in this case. If I go to view details here, see how many XP per unit I can get, then I can change the item to something else. And we have 9 different skills. We have mining, farming, drilling, smelting, cooking, carpentry, crafting, chemistry, and science. And each one of those have different items that you can produce. If I go into farming, you have log, wheat, fish, potato, milk, egg, sugar beet. So let's say I select wheat and produce. Now I will produce wheat instead. And if I go for more complex materials, see if I go to smelting, for example, I want to produce glass. And then I will get an arrow down here, and that means this will require other ingredients. So to produce glass, you will need coal and sand, for example. If we go down to next view, you have the inventory. So you have all the discovered items. There are 54 in totals, and I have produced 18,000. So if I go to inventory with the right button or my items, I can see all the items that I have found so far. And the amount of each. I have 500 steel, 500 wool. You can also click on this or use the action button, select button. If I want to read about it or produce it, I can also go back. So that's the inventory. The next page is your skills. So I'm currently mining level 46. I can also see all the other skills and the levels. And some items require higher level. So let's go back to view details, change item. You can go down to cooking, for example. And then you can see the fish soup here is marked gray. And that's because it requires level 25 in cooking, in the cooking skill. So I can't produce this yet. You can also see that it's missing potato here as ingredient. So that's why you want to level up your skills. And then you have some other stats. You have the total XP. That's what's displayed on the leaderboard. And you have the XP multiplier and some other percentage that you can increase the rate. So this is the XP per unit. This is the XP I get right now by producing sand. Producing sand would typically be 1 XP per unit. But since I have the XP multiplier 8x plus 10%, so that's 9 XP per unit right now. And it gets even more advanced. If you really want to optimize your game, you can cook food, and that will give you 10% XP rate when you have food. So now I have 13 hours remaining. You can also produce some special objects. So we have the talisman, for example. You have 10% XP for 1 month. If you build a house, you have 20% XP for 60 days. And the humanoid, 30% XP for 120 days. And this stack as well. So if I have all of them, I'll get 30 plus 20 plus 10 plus 10. So you can get a lot of bonus. But that requires some planning, because let's say you want to produce some food here. If you want to produce porridge, that give you 10% XP for 20 minutes per unit. But you will need water and wheat, so you need to produce this first. So you will have to plan. And that's some fun aspect of the game. And you also have the leaderboard inside the watch. So you can see the all-time leaderboard. You can scroll down here as well. And we have last year leaderboard, last month, and last week. And to get on the leaderboard, you need to link an account so you can access the server features. So if you go in here, you will get a unique code. So then you will go to stepcrafter.net/reg, or you can just scan this QR code with your mobile phone, lead to the same page. If you scan the QR code, it will also insert the code automatically. But let's try that. If you go to stepcrafter/reg and then create a new account, and you will need an email. Let's send a link. There we go. Look like this. Verify email. Now we just enter this code here. Steve E. Player name. Mr. Terms. You can open and read those, of course. Create account. Oh, that's the two then. And this should update automatically, or you could press check status. So now I'm connected, and there's also a backup feature. If I want to move if I buy a new watch, for example, I could back up and restore to a new watch. Make a backup, for example. It should show up here in a bit. There you go. You can remove it. And you can delete the account if you no longer want it. And if you need more help or support, have questions, suggestions or anything, a bug report, for example, you can join our Discord server. I also have a link to Twitter or X. And you can, of course, download StepCrafter directly from the Garmin IQ store. Yeah, there is an about page here. If you have any questions, you can most likely find them here. The FAQ. Alright, hope you enjoyed the game. Any questions? Don't hesitate to reach out to me. Thank you for watching and enjoy!